Which fighter is the most dangerous in each division? So my definition of dangerous is not who has the best chance to win a fight against you. It's who has the best chance to hurt you. Whether that's knocking you out cold or snapping your arm, just true danger, finishers. So for example, Mateusz Gamrot has a very good chance of winning a fight against you, but not a very good chance of hurting you very bad. Whereas Charles Oliveira, if you fought him, you probably won't come out of that fight without some damage on your face, or your arms, or your legs. That's my definition for it, not just someone who's gonna beat you in a fight. Starting at flyweight, this one was hard to pick because, to be honest, most guys at flyweight just aren't that dangerous. I mean, it is flyweight. It's a low weight division and it's just hard to get finishes. But my pick is Manel Kape. He has 11 KOs and 5 submissions, only 3 decisions in his whole career. He just has that anger and aggressiveness inside him. We've all seen it. He's always yelling at his opponents, calling them names and, talking trash. So yeah, he just has that unhinged mentality. So in my opinion, and even if you think he's not that skilled or you just don't like him, it's hard to dispute that he's always a dangerous fight, and majority of the time he's going to go for the kill. For bantamweight, I have to pick Sean O'Malley, and maybe it seems like an obvious or just like a cop-out pick, but I was going through the division and I was kind of expecting to pick someone else besides O'Malley, but a lot of the guys in this division are decision machines. And again, this is about damage and hurting people. I know O'Malley has some decisions on his record too, but he's pretty much put a beating on everyone who he's faced with his hands. Put a bad beating on 2 of the top guys in the last 2 fights. Became champion. And he's always just dangerous. He's so sharp and skilled, and he has power. He has all those things. Some people are probably thinking Merab for this, but again, that's not the criteria. It's about hurting people. And Merab doesn't really hurt people. He just wins fights in a dominating fashion. He doesn't hurt people like, O'Malley when he's knocking people out or bloody in their face, O'Malley also on his come up had some brutal knockouts. Remember that? So as of now, O'Malley is my pick for the bantamweight division. Featherweight, this one is pretty obvious. I don't think Ilia Topuria can be disputed at this current moment. When you knock out Volkanovski, it's pretty hard to pick against him. A guy like Josh Emmett would have been a potential pick for this just because the crazy power he has in his hands, but Topuria beat him, so that automatically cancels that out. Also, Topuria is good on the ground as well, along with his crazy, dangerous hands. Only has 2 decisions in his whole career. Well-rounded, dangerous fighter. When you have someone that might have just ended Volkanovski's career, that's someone who's unbelievably dangerous, and it's impossible to pick against them, so Ilia Topuria is my pick for featherweight. Moving up to lightweight, the answer is not so simple for this one, so let's just break down some of the guys we have. So we have the champ, Islam. Now, of course, he's dangerous, and he's just the best overall in the division right now. However, the reason I wouldn't pick him is because he's only defended the belt against 2 different people so far. His record isn't that impressive yet. I'm sure it will be as he keeps defending it, but as of now, it's just not. And one of the guys who he beat twice is Volk, who's not even a real lightweight. He moved up, so I don't know how much that counts for anything. So just for that, I'm going to take Islam out of the conversation. Now, there's a guy like Dustin Poirier who is coming off a huge win where he KO'd a rising contender cold. Before that, a guy named Justin Gaethje KO'd Poirier cold and also put a beating on Rafael Fiziev. But what happened before that? A guy named Charles Oliveira destroyed him. So overall, I believe Charles Oliveira is still the guy, the most dangerous guy in this division, just based on his resume. His run when he was champion was just way too impressive. Destroyed Michael Chandler, submitted Dustin Poirier, knocked down and then submitted Justin Gaethje, and then comes back after his loss to Islam and absolutely destroys Beneil Dariush. He just always goes for the finish. So as of now, I have to give it to him. This could change pretty quickly. He has a fight coming up against Arman. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how long Islam's title reign goes. He could easily become the most dangerous. But as of now, Olives is the most dangerous guy in the division. For welterweight, this one isn't too hard to pick either. Just look at the numbers. This guy doesn't even have a decision in his whole career, and he's undefeated, and that's Shavkat Rakhmonov. Nobody has the finishing numbers in the division to compare to this guy. Just pure danger. He goes for your neck, arm, head, leg, whatever he wants. He just wants to finish by any means. No pitter-patter decisions with this guy. And yeah, he's undefeated. And that's probably the most impressive thing. He's undefeated with all finishes, which means he always puts himself at risk to get the finish, and he's never lost from doing that. That's next level. So I really hope he keeps going up because he is entertaining. finish every fight. Shavkat Rakhmonov is the final pick. Middleweight, this one I find really tough because the division is just kind of a mess right now. We had Izzy as a champion for the longest time, but he did play pitter-patter a lot and went to a ton of decisions, so you can't really give it to him because of that. You have Sean Strickland, who is a dangerous guy overall, just in real life, but he has a lot of decisions in his career, and his fighting style is just not that dangerous. I was tempted to give it to a guy like Khamzat Chimaev, but just because his style is the definition of dangerous, like he just runs at you and tries to kill you. But I didn't because he just hasn't proven himself yet. You just can't really give it to him. So overall, I'm going to have to give this one to Dricus. As much as I still don't like his style and don't think he's that good, his record has proved otherwise and that he is dangerous. And the fact that he was able to become champion with his style just proves that even more. So I'm not going to listen to myself because I still have doubts about him, but he's proved me wrong a million times, so I should probably just stop doing that. So as of now, I'm going to give it to him. For light heavyweight, I don't have to look too far down the list. It's Alex Pereira, okay? You just can't really dispute this. If you disagree, I just want you to do one thing. Go search up Alex Pereira versus Thomas Powell. Go watch it, and then come back here and you'll know. And if you're too lazy to go and watch that, basically what happens is Pereira knocks him out with the cleanest left hook I've ever seen. And that guy stayed down, knocked out for about 10 minutes. I literally thought he was dead. So yeah. Also the Sean Strickland fight, the Izzy fight, the Yuri fight, the list goes on. That left hook can kill a man. Last but definitely not least, we got heavyweight. Now this one's interesting because it's basically the knockout central of the UFC. But that being said, I still don't think we have to look too far down the list for this one either. It's Tom Aspinall. I think his last fight against Sergey Pavlovich really solidified that because Sergey was looking like the guy that was the scariest. And Tom also doesn't even have a decision in the UFC or in his whole career for that matter. All finishes on his record. And he's also very dangerous on the ground, which is big at heavyweight. He doesn't just do it with his hands. Yeah, Tom is always down to scrap, and he always goes for the finish. Whether it's on the feet or on the ground, he'll do both. So that's Tom Aspinall for heavyweight. Should be undisputed champion already, but I think he will be soon enough anyway.